Well, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who clocked it up and say, geez,
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Delta. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
To the air, Allen, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Get it.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Darius Slayton. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Elliott shrugs off another. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, he got the best of both worlds. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to Ezekiel Elliott, gonna take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? 18 Gators. Hey, echo. Check right. Watching the 5. Hit it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Ready?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down. Hampton. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be getting rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
To throw on third down. Hampton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing now is Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. And
this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Yeah, he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hampton. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check Alpha. 5.
Now Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, watch that.
Allen now looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Let's go.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hampton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He won't go down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Let's go.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Hampton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first and 10, Hampton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown from 19 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
94. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Look, squeeze. 2.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Short. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And a loose football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And they go play action here on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Let's go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Hampton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Hampton letting one fly deep for Cooper. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He lost 2, and it brings up